And the truth be told, the race that first discovered prosperity and wealth, and they really nurtured it, are the Igbo race. The Igbos first discovered it through their ancestral background. The lineage of Obatala discovered the prosperity and wealth in terms of the divinity. A festival of wealth and prosperity. Everything in this world that we stand for, everybody is looking for, one way or the other, improvement in their social cultural status. Everybody is looking for advancement. Everybody is looking for prosperity. There is that element of prosperity, the unseen element that is created by Almighty God, the unseen element of wealth and prosperity that we should give honor to and we should celebrate, because there is a spirit behind it, and the spirit behind it is spirit of Ajay Festival, and it is very connected to our day-to-day life activities. Give honor to whom honor is due. God created wealth, God created prosperity, God created we, the entire humanity. But at some point, the world of the spiritual world, that's the world of divinity, existed several thousands of years before humanity. One of the world of divinity is Ajay, in which in Ife it has been from time immemorial, before creation of humanity. It has been like that in terms of celebration of wealth. But to the glory of God, a particular race actually discovered it first. And the truth be told, the race that first discovered prosperity and wealth, and they really nurtured it, are the Igbo race. The Igbos first discovered it through their ancestral background. The lineage of Obatala discovered the prosperity and wealth in terms of the divinity world. And that's the reason why today the race of Igbo people, they're very, very particular, and they have very good expertise when it comes to commerce. They are very distinct all over the world. There is no place in the world that you will go that you won't find an Igbo man. And the same goes with the Jews. There is this mistake that the world usually make. They make this mistake that the Igbos came from the Jews. No, it is the other way around. The truth be told, the first human race that existed was the Igbos before the Jews, and we were all living together at the center of tropical rainforest, which is the heart of the whole thing, the land of expansion. We were all living together as one big happy family before they started moving clockwise. They started moving towards the eastern part of the world, where they started settling. So the race of the Jews and the Igbos are very similar, but the Igbos are way older than the Jews. They are both commercially driven, they are both enterprise in nature, they are both driven by wealth, because that is their ancestral belief. That's the race they belong to. In Nigerian economy today and the entire black race, if you don't give honor to the Igbos in terms of commerce and trade, you are just deceiving yourself. So the truth be told, let us go back to our history, where we all came from. Ideally, the Igbos are supposed to join us to celebrate this festival, because it belongs to them and the entire human race and the Yoruba race. We are just the custodian, because at some point we're all living together here. So let us realize what connects us. What connects us is more important than what brings us, that separates us. This is one of the major things that connects us together. So I want to use this medium of this festival to reach out to them, for them to dig out more facts about their history, the main scholars in Igbo land to fact find their roots and ascertain the fact that we're all living together as one big happy family. And Igbos, they don't joke with kola nut, and we use kola nut to appease the spirit of Aji.
Now you heard him, but let me give you a summary of what he said so that from there I can bust your head. Just listen to this. First, he said that the Igbos first discovered wealth and they nurtured it. The Igbos first discovered wealth and they nurtured it. Secondly, he said, there is no place in the world you will go and you will not see an Igbo person. There is no place in the world you will go and you will not see an Igbo person. Listen carefully. Third, he said, the Jews came from the Igbos. You know, there is this, story or kind of belief that we have that, Igbos came from the Jew. Now, the Oni of Ife, the traditional ruler of the Yoruba land, is saying that no, that perception or that knowledge we have is actually wrong. That it is the Jews that came from the Igbos. Now, let me say this. There is this documentary I've been going through for quite some time, right? And I have found a video that documented how old the Igbos have been on earth. Believe in me, you won't believe it. Maybe I'm going to play that video. I'm going to talk about it in one of my next video, right? So please, if this is your first time coming across my video on my channel, just do well to subscribe, because henceforth, I'll be getting you hot, right? Just do well to subscribe. I'm into so many research about the Igbos and, so many things. So just, subscribe. So the Oni of Ife said that it is actually the Jews that came out from the Igbos, not the Igbos from the Jews. And fourthly, he said that if you don't give honor to Igbos, you are deceiving yourself. Now me talk am, don't me talk am. You remember that story I told you, that the angel said to Mary that you are highly favored. The Oni of Ife is saying that if you don't give honors to Igbos, you are deceiving yourself. Now let me tell you a story. In 1956, when Elizabeth II wanted to visit Nigeria, in fact, he has told the Nigerian government that he's going to visit them, and the Nigerian government went into confusion. You know why? Because they started to think, where is she going to stay? Which car are we going to ride on? So many things. Of course, the Queen of England, Her Majesty. So they got worried. And then she eventually visited. But as they were thinking, a young man, a young businessman from Igbo land in 1956 said to the federal government, don't worry, I'm going to settle that. And Sir Louis Odumegwu Ojukwu, the father of Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu, said, I have a Rolls Royce. Come and use it to carry the Queen. And he volunteered, or he gave his Rolls Royce to the federal government so that they can use it to, carry Queen around. And people said, in 1956. And today, we are saying, the richest man in Africa is from the north. Well, maybe you can say that because of the war, right? Because of the war, you can say that. But I'm just telling you history. But again, maybe some of you have not heard what the Nigerian Senate President said about the Igbos. I'm not sure some of you have listened to him. I'm going to play it. It's just about 1 minute. Listen to what the Nigerian Senate President, Godswill Akpabio, said about these Igbos. Maybe you will understand. The essence of making this video, I will repeat, is this: to tell you that you as an Igbo person, when I say be proud, I don't mean go and find trouble. I don't mean go and carry your shoulders up. No. But have that confidence, have that audacity that you're a lion, that you are brutal. You don't understand. Please listen to him. I'll come back to show you another video that will bust your head, because I have them repeated. Listen to him.
A group of very mercantile people, hardworking people, who on their own, where do you think he would have taken money to do all he had done? Almost all the Igbo people that I know, after the Civil War, the billionaires are all self-made. Whether in the aviation industry, you look at Oyema, whether you look at Chief Okonkwo, who just found out that he wasn't the only one who sponsored Governor Gige. Yeah. And that Ifeanyi Ubah was also there. So I expect him and Governor Gige to go and discuss outside. That is United. Whether Emeka Ofo and so many others. I can tell you that the Igbos are self-made. The Igbos are very proud people. The Igbos are very mercantile. The Igbos are the only ethnic group in Nigeria that when they enter Kano State, they build houses in Kano State for themselves. They don't rent. They turn around the place. When they enter Lagos, they own almost 2 or 3 local governments and build houses and live there. There's no place they go to, they don't make impact. But other Nigerians will come to my state and rent houses and stay for 15 years and go back without building a structure. But the Igbos are not the same. They are not like that. Wherever they are.
You know what? I just finished watching again another video of a Yoruba man where he said that you see these Igbos, you cannot defeat them. Oh, no, you didn't defeat them, and this time you are not going to defeat them. Not in terms of war, no, but in terms of, being viable, in terms of economic development, in terms of being active. He said that they cannot be defeated. Please, use your ear and hear. Don't be for my mouth till they come out. I'm only reporting what they said. Please, listen to him.
Reality. I was born in Lagos Island, number 8 Okoya Street. I went to St. Patrick's Primary School. I know the composition of the community. I know when everybody started to come to Lagos, and I know what it is now. Even now, we have 4 houses in Lagos Island. All of them have been taken over by non-Yoruba speaking people, and they are predominant. An election is about number. How was it possible for an Obama, who is from Kenya, to be the president of America? Or the present mayor of England, who is a Muslim? If the character of the demography of a community changes, there is hardly anything you can do. They will take over from you. It is not a matter of time. No matter the struggle, we can strategize and give them a portion. But they say they are going to be zero. It's a waste of time. And I'm an advocate of this thing for the past 30 years. Because I grew up with them. I went to school with them. I know their capability. I know their tendencies. I know their unity of purpose more than us. I know their focus. And I know they can defeat us if you are not careful. I am very sure. I don't have any doubt at all. What I can say, where they are predominant, let us leave it for them. You cannot defeat them. Even if you harass them, they are a lot more aggressive than us. I just saw some touts disturbing them. If they attack you, you are gone. Don't push them to the wall, because they are not like us. Their own upbringing is fight to finish. They've gone through it before. So don't push them to the wall. My people, I am part and parcel of you, but we have allowed them, which is normal. Southeast people, you go at them. How can you not talk about the demography of Lagos? Even our food. How do you talk about, all the Igbo food? They brought them. We grew up with them. We are part and parcel of them. There should be no discrimination in whatever form. And I'm appealing to our people, don't push this thing too much. Because you don't want them. And we want them.
I want them.
So that is the argument. How can you talk about Ajegule and you are talking about Yoruba people? How can you talk about Ojo, Alaba Ragu, and you are talking? How can you talk about Festac? These are accidents of history. When there was Festac, who was and we want them.
I want them.
So that is the argument. How can you talk about Ajegule and you are talking about Yoruba people? How can you talk about Ojo, Alaba Ragu, and you are talking? How can you talk about Festac? You know, these are accidents of history. When there was Festac, who was the honorable, minister then? How were they predominant in Festac to get the allocation and buy all, even the one Yorubas had, we bought them. Lagos Island now, 80% of the properties are owned by Igbo people, including my own father's property. They don't own them or they rent them, but they occupy them because we cannot live there anymore. We have moved out to Victoria Island, to Lekki, to Ogudu, but they are there. So, and if you vote today, there's no way you can defeat them. Even if you harass them, they will harass you. They are more aggressive than us. Anywhere there is competition, there must be differences. But the reality must prevail. The composition of the demography by accident, it doesn't favor us. And there's nothing you can do to change it now. It's too late. So let us concede a portion for them. In England, where Muslims are predominant, they bring out Muslim parliamentarians and they will win. So why do you think it is different from in Lagos? In Kano, an Igbo person became a councillor. Why is it not possible in Ibadan? There's an area, I have a friend who is an Hausa person, became a councillor. These are realities. There is nothing you can do. And it's all over Nigeria. People congregate according to ethnic background in every state. And when they decide to do something in that community, there's hardly anything what you can do. They will win. And that is the fact. They will win. Okay. That's what you can do. You can live any part of Nigeria. And if you have your money, you can buy property there. Your children can go to school there. You can have businesses there. And you can vote there. That is democracy. It is a free society. And you cannot intimidate me and tell me who to vote for. So don't be too aggressive. It's not necessary. Be persuasive. Tell them the advantage they will derive by voting for you. Not attacking them. If you attack them, you give them more impetus and courage to vote you out. Why must you bring, violence, which is very...
If you are an Igbo person, whether you are living in Nigeria or outside Nigeria, you have every reason, every audacity to be proud. Do you know why I said so? Please, I want to beg you to pay very close attention to this news because I'm about to expose to us one of the biggest hidden secrets that we never knew. Please, I beg you, pay very close attention. I just finished watching a video, or I call it a confession, about the Igbos that was made by the Oni of Ife. And after listening to this confession, I said, God, what kind of people are Igbo people? They are favored, they are honored, and they are blessed. What kind of people are these people? And please, mind you, I'm not saying this to talk down on other tribes in Nigeria. No. We have Yoruba nation, or the Yoruba people are blessed, they are good people, they are favored. The Hausa people are blessed and they are favored too. But believe in me, the Igbos are highly favored. Without any sentiment, I'm being honest to you, and I'm going to prove it to you in this video. Just pay very close attention. After listening to this confession, I'm going to play the video now. I'm going to play it now. I just want to give you, summary about it. After listening to him, I said, God, something is up. But before I play that video, I want to tell you a similar story, right, of what happened in the Bible. Then you compare it to what he said now. Look at, for those of you that are familiar with the scriptures, if you remember, or if you know, in the book of Isaiah chapter 7 from verse 14, Isaiah prophesied and said that a time will come, a virgin will conceive and bear a son, and his name shall be called Emmanuel, which means God is with us. You know that, right? Now, fast forward. In the book of Luke, chapter 1, if you read from verse 26 down, it says that God sent his angel to a young lady whose name is Mary, Angel Gabriel. And when Angel Gabriel, visited Mary, he said to her, "Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with you." Some other, transcriptions will say that the angel Gabriel told Mary that she is highly favored. She is highly favored. And when I read that place, I paused. I asked myself, why did the angel Gabriel deliver this message to Mary that